What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here, and welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus check update, what's going on in the United States, what's going on in Washington, D.C., daily news, money, investing, and the $3.5 trillion stimulus package, which will be the largest stimulus package yet to date. If you find these videos helpful, don't forget to hit the like button. Remember, new videos come out every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The government has announced new assistance after the Hurricane Ida aftermath. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, two government organizations, have extended homeowners assistance following the hurricane storm. Check this out. President Joe Biden issued a major disaster declaration, and many people lost their homes entirely due to the storm. Estimates so far for insurance costs vary, but AccuWeather predicts the damages from the storm could reach at least $80 billion. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac extend help as rescue teams and the Louisiana National Guard send in helicopters, high water vehicles, and rescue boats. Finance companies are helping with the aftermath of what many homeowners will deal with after the storm. Mortgage giants Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, which back about 70% of all mortgages and are backed by the government, according to the Urban Institute, announced on Monday that they extended forbearance help to homeowners affected by the storm. Here are some of the options that the government-sponsored enterprises laid out. Number one, request disaster assistance from your mortgage servicer, who can offer forbearance options. Servicers can even offer forbearance for up to 90 days without contacting the homeowner if they believe the homeowner was affected by the disaster. Number two, forbearance periods for disaster can typically reduce or suspend mortgage payments for up to 12 months. Homeowners do not have late fees, and foreclosure proceedings are suspended during this time of forbearance. Some homeowners who were in for forbearance-related mortgage forbearance from the pandemic may have extension options and should reach out to their mortgage servicer also. Quote, "We urge everyone in the path of the storm to focus on their safety," said Fannie Mae is committed to ensuring assistance is available to homeowners and renters in need, and we encourage residents impacted by the storm to seek assistance as soon as possible. If you're affected by the hurricane, personal loans for home improvements could also be a possible option if you don't have flood insurance or if it doesn't cover everything. Mortgage forbearance is actually coming to an end for up to 1 million or more Americans with mortgage forbearance for their homes by the end of this year. Mortgage forbearance is a stimulus type program that lets Americans with homes not have to pay their mortgage payments. It's similar to the stimulus program that is going on right now until January for student loan payments, the student loan payment pause. They also had a mortgage payment pause called mortgage forbearance. There is a student loan payment pause for people with student loans through government-backed student loans for over 40 million people. But mortgage forbearance is coming to an end for over 1 million people at the end of this year. They could extend mortgage forbearance as well as a stimulus type option, which would basically mean you might not have to pay your mortgage payments. Basically, just you don't have to pay your payments, you don't have interest, you don't have penalties. They could extend that as a stimulus provision if the government decided they want to. It's one of those things they can actually do without even doing it through a stimulus vote. As you can see here, number two here, the pause on student loan payments for anybody that has government student loans, which is over 90% of them, I believe, is for over 40 million people. That goes until January 31st. So basically, anybody that has student loans through the government, you don't have to pay them right now. Of course, check with your student loan provider, but I'm sure you probably already know this. We've also had over $10 billion of student loans that have been forgiven. Completely forgiven, mostly for people with student loan disabilities, their schools closed on them or their schools defrauded them. And there's going to be a lot more of student loans forgiven to be done in the future. We also had a 25% SNAP increase permanently that will be ongoing forever starting on October 1st. But we could also see mortgage assistance or mortgage forbearance extended as well, as the majority of homeowners, the forbearance has already stopped. We could see that be done here again in the future as a way to help people through this pandemic, as the economy is not really doing good at all. And it's one of the stimulus provisions or stimulus programs that could be extended simply by the president just kind of allowing it to be done through Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. And they don't even need to do it through Congress. It's not something that needs to be done through the House or the Senate, and could provide relief for tens of millions of Americans. Yeah. Now, as you can see here, today's mortgage refinance rates actually just closed out this week at near record lows. Near record lows. So if you do own a home and you have a mortgage and you haven't refinanced in years, it might be worth looking into, because you could save thousands of dollars per year, which could equate to tens of thousands of dollars over the life of your loan. It might be worth looking into refinancing, because again, it could save you tens of thousands of dollars over the course of years of your loan, especially if you haven't refinanced in many, many years. Mortgage rates are near record lows. Yeah. For example, the company I'm with is Third Federal Bank. I'm not sponsored by them, thirdfederal.com. I'm not sure what states they're in, but I'm here in Ohio. Their 10-year fixed rate is 1.99%. Yeah, that's how low rates are. Yeah, no joke. 1.99% for a 10-year fixed rate. A 30-year fixed rate is 2.99%. 15-year fixed rate, 2.29%. Yeah, literally less than 3% or 2.29%. That is how low rates are, guys. Unbelievably low. So if you have a mortgage rate that's 4, 5, 6, 7%, it's probably worth it to refinance, and they can literally take your closing costs and just put it into the cost of the loan. And really, you'll pay no closing costs. They just put it in the cost of the loan, and it'll just lower your monthly payments. So, of course, this is not really financial advice. Do your own due diligence, all that good stuff. Make sure you do your own due diligence, do your own math, and each person's own financial situation is a little bit different, so of course, do your own due diligence. This comes as CNBC reports a news story that rent is about to go up yet again across the country. Says, sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but if you're currently renting your place, you might see the price tick up yet again when it's time to renew your lease. Housing costs were rising before the pandemic, and the pandemic has only exacerbated the problem. The national median rent has increased by 11.4% so far in 2021, compared to just 3.3% for the first 6 months of 2017, 2018, and 2019, according to a report from the Apartment List, a rental listing site. Average rent growth this year is outpacing pre-pandemic levels in 98 of the nation's 100 largest cities. Rent is surging for a number of reasons, including certainty in the job market and young people moving out on their own as pandemic restrictions end, according to market analysts at Zillow. Many people left cities and others moved in with family members in 2020, but now that's reversing. And when you couple this with investors are buying up single-family homes across America, 1 in every 7 homes, some reports say as many as 1 in every 6 homes are bought by investors and Wall Street. Yeah, it's just, it's a big, big problem. Gas prices across the United States are, in some cases, their highest level ever. California will pay its highest Labor Day prices ever. California has hit a record for this time of year. According to AAA, the current $4.39 per gallon price of the regular gas in California is a new record high for Labor Day weekend, up from $3.23 a year ago. The current national average is $3.18 per gallon in California. Oh, I'm sorry, for the national average. The national average is $3.18 per gallon. Wow. Jeffrey Spring, a spokesperson for the Automobile Club of California, told Fox Business that the prior highest average price for regular on Labor Day weekend was all the way back to 2012 when it was $4.16. That year, there was a few refinery fires on the West Coast that crimped supply in addition to high oil prices. By the way, some of this sudden spike is because of how Hurricane Ida is impacting prices, as they have had to shut down the oil refineries and pretty much all of the oil production in the Gulf Coast because of the hurricane that just came through, Hurricane Ida, that came through the Gulf Coast of Mexico. President Biden sure could use a stimulus check passed now, fourth stimulus check, and the next stimulus package passed now, as his approval rating is at an all-time low, down 10 percentage points since late June alone, since the Afghanistan crisis, highest gas prices ever in some cases, and waiting on these next stimulus packages, the $3.5 trillion stimulus package, possibly another stimulus check, and the physical infrastructure package. His approval rating is at an all-time low, down 10% alone since late June. President Biden's approval rating for his handling of the pandemic has dropped by 10 percentage points since late June as the Delta variant's rising concerns and drives up cases nationwide. In a new Washington Post poll, 52% of respondents say they approve of the way Biden is handling the pandemic, which is down from 62% of adults who gave him positive marks in late June. Biden's overall approval rating has also dropped since June, according to the new survey, falling from 50% down to 44%. Only 30% of adults questioned said they approve of his handling of the situation in Afghanistan, while 60% of adults said that they disapprove of his handling of the Afghanistan crisis. Passing this next stimulus package and a fourth stimulus check would dramatically raise President Biden's approval rating. A fourth stimulus check is largely needed by the economy as unemployment benefits ended this weekend for millions of Americans. The Supreme Court struck down the eviction moratorium, which will potentially put out 10 to 15 million Americans that are behind on rent. And the next stimulus package will potentially extend monthly checks for 65 million Americans, called the child tax credits of $250 to $300 per month monthly checks. Could include a fourth stimulus check in there as well. Could potentially have adult tax credits in this next package. It could have a lot of different stimulus items, as I showed you on the list here a few minutes ago, as the next package is going to be around $3.5 trillion, almost twice the size of the third stimulus check package, which was only $1.9 trillion. President Biden says our country needs these investments, aka pass the damn bill. Biden knows that this next package would really help out his approval rating and the country. A fourth stimulus check would dramatically help out our country and his approval rating. Let me know your thoughts. Do you blame President Biden for the sky-high gas prices? And remember, they were at this level all the way back to since 2012, which was 9 years ago. Do you blame President Biden for the gas prices right now? Remember, one of the first moves he did when he came into office was to shut down a major gas pipeline. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think he's to blame for these gas prices? Do you blame the hurricane? Yeah, I know I'll get a lot of varying opinions here in the comments, but let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. But the one thing is that this next stimulus package will be the largest yet to date. And Democrats have all the control in the world here because remember, they're going to pass this next package on their own without any Republicans. Not a single Republican is going to vote for this next package. So the Democrats control exactly what's going to be in this next package. They can include a fourth stimulus check in there. They can include monthly checks like they did for the child tax credits. Those child tax credit monthly checks expire at the end of this year. So they can extend those. They can include monthly checks for adults. They did say there's going to be an adult tax credit in this next package as well. Whether those are going to be monthly checks as well, a one-time check, a fourth stimulus check, we will see. But I will keep you up to date on everything. Remember, new videos come out here on our channel every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So don't forget to subscribe down below. New videos are every day, and subscribing is completely free to do so. Don't forget to click the bell icon after subscribing if you haven't yet, so you get reminders when we go live with new videos. I will keep you up to date with everything going on in our economy, money, investing, and the next stimulus package. You can click this top video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. And this video has my wife in it, who was a special guest appearance for our 10-year anniversary. Click on one of those videos next, and thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.